Hello, I'm Dave March, the Spy Guy. Earlier today on Lewis's stream on Nerd Report, and I should put a link on that. Uh, Earlier today for him, he helped me get up. I'm up to 21 subscribers now. I want to thank Sothwick Reddy, who from the other shows, for subscribing. Hi. So today I got a little bit of homework from Lewis, my co-host, and we were talking about. He wanted me to read a short book by a friend of his on supporter of that channel, and called, what is it called here? Sorry, It Sleeps Within, and it's a short story by one of his supporters, and who, of course, now I've got this close thing up. Oh, let me get that. I'll talk a little bit about. So I tried doing it as a live stream earlier, and that was not making me happy. Oh my God! 6 minutes. I do a few shows. I normally do a little bit of stuff, and I can tell you, filming on Zoom, downloading it, and uploading an hour-long, running my program through the editor, and then coming out was taking longer. The live stream getting approved or going through YouTube was taking longer for a 6-minute video than me doing a whole run through. And I'm wondering if this sometimes happens with my uploads, is that for some reason it just doesn't catch. And I'll come back 15 minutes wondering why it's not encoding, and then basically discard it and start over again. And that seemed to have happened this time. And I'm wondering if that was the problem. And so yes, it was by so the book I read, it's very short. It's a novella. It's on the Kindle. You can get it for $5. It's called It Sleeps Within by Stanley S. Thornton. Now, some things it's a real quick read. It only took me an hour and a half to read it on my Kindle this afternoon. It's okay. It's short. Like I said, 30, 40 pages long. It's about Billy Logan. Here's the opening paragraph. Billy Logan was a typical young boy living in a typical coastal town. Then again, looks can be deceiving, and events can unfold in ways that one would least expect, and so it was with Billy. It can appear that things aren't as typical as they might have seemed at first. As all too often happens, the unexpected started out as just a normal day. It's that thing. So we don't ever find out how old Billy is, and he's got these two friends, and it seems to be going for this very Stranger Things feel, like kids coming of age, and it does. But because I never know how old these people are, and I don't get much of a more than a description than Billy was a kid. Frank, we meet his two friends, Johnny and Frank, never get really descriptions from them. So that's a little bit of a problem. It is written in very much the modern style of not having to have like a lot of attributive stuff, and which I've been incorporating in my own writing. The story is these three kids are playing in the backyard, and because I didn't know how old they were, I thought they were really young, like 6 or 7-year-olds for a while, and then it became a bit more clear that they're probably 11 or 12. They're just discovering girls. So what ends up happening is they're playing in the backyard. They're playing with pirates. When they blow up some stuff, they decide to get some treasure, and they're like, oh, this sucks, we don't have any treasure. And then Billy runs into his house and he gets some paint and he paints the rocks, and they say, oh, you know what would be really neat, let's bury this treasure. And I guess there's a field behind their house. They don't want to bury it there, so they go out, they start digging a hole with a shovel, and they about 3 feet down, they find this box, and it's a locked box. And they drag it up and they take it home, and they wait for the father to come home, and they ask him to open it for them. And now here's a little thing I would say. if my kid, I don't have a kid, but if my kid's found a box and buried in a backyard somewhere, I'm going to worry it's Fluffy the cat. And I'm certainly not going to be sit there and let the kids come and see it till then. And then, but they open the box. It is not Fluffy the cat, thank God. There's a book inside, and the book leads into a weird, very surreal experience, and so on. I would rate this really for a book, really for young adults, I think. I found a little bit of a hard read as a grown adult looking at this, and I'm like, I need a bit more. But it's not like it's a bad book. It's an okay book or not novella. It's just I didn't get a lot out of it, and it does seem to get a little repetitive as each day is going on and these kids are going off and they never go to school, so I assume it's the summertime or it's March break or something, but the story happens over several weeks, and it gets to be like, what can I as a kid come up to do today situation. Now there's a reason for this, and it starts to become more clear as what's happening. You discover what's happening, and it finally leads to a situation. I would have just preferred some ways to break up what I felt was a bit monotonous in the book. It's like kids go out, they go play games, they have a new way of playing that day, play basketball, and they discover something. And there's something that's unexplained, and it never comes to an explanation as to why this particular situation is happening. One of the things that was keeping me interested, and it involves probability, I guess. If you read the book, you'll probably guess what I mean. And it doesn't have a payoff, and a few other things I wish we would have gotten back to. The university only comes up. There's a situation at the university that involves the book, and only comes up at the end. And I kind of felt a little Deus Ex Machina to that point. I wish we had more interactions with adults, or bringing in different people into it, which you would probably get in a longer novel. I'm going to give this book, I do a 100-point scale just to be a little different than everyone else, but I try to be consistent. I'm going to give this book a 65 out of 100. So that's my recommendation. I'm going to be dropping this on later today, but I really hope you enjoyed. I'll be doing future book reviews and such, novels from my history, and I'll be dropping those. I'm going to try. That'll be kind of a new content channel that I'm creating called The Book Report, and I'm going to let you know how it goes. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this new content. Where is the off button? Hate that. You start going through like 4 screens trying to get to where the off button is. Well, you're getting it from me raw and live. Thanks for playing. Bye.